the New York Giants have made one of the boldest moves of the young season, handing the starting quarterback job to rookie Jaxson Dart. After one of the more impressive preseasons by any young passer, there was some chatter that Dart could start Week 1. Instead, head coach Brian Daboll went with veteran Russell Wilson, a former Super Bowl champion. That decision has already been reversed. With the offense stalling, the Giants will now put the ball in the hands of their rookie against the Los Angeles Chargers. Dart's journey has been carefully managed from the start. As analyst Emory Hunt explained, the team took a crawl, walk, run approach. During OTAs, he was buried as the third quarterback on the depth chart. By the second week of training camp, however, he was working exclusively with the second team, steadily proving himself in practice. Dart's background at Ole Miss prepared him well for this moment. He excelled in an RPO-heavy offense, showing the ability to make quick decisions, get the ball out fast, and play with tempo. Those traits translate directly to what Daboll wants to do, particularly in contrast to Wilson. While Wilson built his career on deep drops and play-action bombs, Dart is a quarterback who thrives in rhythm and can keep defenses off balance with a quick release and movement ability. One player who could benefit immediately is rookie wide receiver Malik Nabers. With Dart at quarterback, the Giants are expected to emphasize short and intermediate throws, slants, smoke screens, and quick outs that allow Nabers to catch the ball in stride and use his explosiveness after the catch. At the same time, Dart's willingness to throw vertically could finally open up opportunities that Wilson has avoided this season. Nabers has the skill set to be a game breaker, and his fantasy football managers may be celebrating this quarterback switch. The bigger issue, however, is timing. Analyst Tyler Sullivan pointed out that there may not be an ideal stretch in the Giants' schedule to introduce a rookie quarterback. After the Chargers, New York faces the Eagles, Broncos, Saints, and 49ers in consecutive weeks. That is a gauntlet of playoff-caliber defenses. Still, waiting for a softer opponent may not make sense either. If Dart is truly the quarterback of the future, the Giants need to see how he handles adversity against the best. While Dart is preparing for his first start, another rookie quarterback is struggling to find his footing in Atlanta. Michael Penix Jr. had a difficult outing in a loss to the Carolina Panthers, so much so that veteran Kirk Cousins publicly reminded him of the basics. Throw it to the open guy when they're open. The numbers so far are concerning. Penix is completing fewer than 60% of his throws. His passer rating sits around 70, and his accuracy ranks in the bottom third of the league. The Falcons are winless when their opponents score even a single touchdown, a stat that highlights just how ineffective the offense has been. What makes the struggles even more frustrating is the sheer amount of talent around him. Atlanta has built its roster with first-round skill players, Drake London at receiver, Bijan Robinson in the backfield, and Kyle Pitts at tight end, yet the offense looks out of sync. Hunt placed much of the blame on offensive coordinator Zac Robinson, noting that the Falcons' attack feels like a collection of individual plays rather than a cohesive system. Instead of sequencing plays to build rhythm and create mismatches, it appears they are forcing the ball to certain players without structure. For Penix, this lack of offensive identity makes development even harder. Down in Houston, the Texans created headlines by releasing veteran safety CJ Gardner-Johnson. The move was surprising because Houston's 0-3 start cannot be blamed on its defense, and Gardner-Johnson has always been a productive player. The reasoning appears to go beyond performance. Analysts suggested it was a mix of cultural fit and accountability. Gardner-Johnson's fiery personality, while effective on the field, can wear on coaches and staff over time. In addition, he made a costly mistake against Jacksonville, gambling on a coverage and giving up a big play that set up a crucial touchdown. In one-possession losses, errors like that are magnified. Ultimately, it seems the Texans decided the cultural risk outweighed the production, especially in a locker room that is already under pressure from a disappointing start. Meanwhile, the Pro Football Hall of Fame released its nominees for the 2026 class, sparking immediate debate about which quarterbacks deserve to be immortalized in Canton. Drew Brees is considered a lock for first ballot induction. The numbers alone are historic. He was the first quarterback to surpass 80,000 passing yards, and at the time of his retirement, held the all-time passing record. Add in a Super Bowl championship, a Super Bowl MVP, and a career spent as one of the NFL's most consistently elite passers, and his case is beyond dispute. The conversation becomes more complicated with Philip Rivers and Eli Manning. Rivers retired with some of the most impressive regular season statistics in league history, but he never made it to a Super Bowl. Manning, on the other hand, was inconsistent in the regular season but delivered 2 Super Bowl victories, both over Tom Brady's Patriots, with MVP performances in each. Some argue that each falls short of Hall of Fame status on their own, though together their resumes would form one of the great all-around careers. Then there is Randall Cunningham, a name Emory Hunt passionately argued belongs in Canton. Cunningham was ahead of his time, a dual-threat quarterback who helped reshape the position. In 1990, he was named MVP after throwing 30 touchdowns and rushing for nearly 1,000 yards. He retired as the all-time rushing leader among quarterbacks with nearly 5,000 yards on the ground and consistently led his teams to the playoffs. Cunningham's legacy is not just in his numbers, but in how he paved the way for the modern era of mobile quarterbacks like Steve Young, Michael Vick, and Cam Newton. Hunt's conclusion was simple. You cannot tell the story of the NFL without mentioning Randall Cunningham. Taken together, these storylines illustrate the NFL's never-ending cycle of change. The Giants are betting on a rookie to spark their offense. The Falcons are trying to salvage another rookie's confidence. The Texans are prioritizing culture over talent. And the Hall of Fame debates remind us of the legends who came before. The season is still young, but the drama is already in full swing, setting the stage for an unpredictable and fascinating year of football.